Welcome back for match 2. This is Old Man Poole. We've got another pretty good hand here. Desperate Castaways isn't the most exciting of our 2-drops, but we can play Exultant Skymarcher on time, and then we've got Alendra and Spire's Devotion, so I think this looks pretty good. Opponent has kept at 7 as well, and they're going first this time. Highland Lake. So blue-red generally tends to be very, very fast. That is kind of scary. It's potentially a matchup where we're really happy we do have a 2-drop, but if they've got something like Goblin Trailblazer here, we may still not be able to block. No play. Okay. Well, I like our odds against this matchup most of the time when they're missing lands, so... And drawing Vanquish the Weak was nice, it's good interaction there. Castaways is not fantastic in this deck, but... We could have the, Frilled Death Bitters. Not what I expected, but a fine card. So, if he swings in with a combat trick, we get to take a couple extra points of damage. But on the other hand, our life may end up not mattering too much if we can land Squire's Devotion. We have our 4th land drop now. I think I'm just going to play the Exultant Skymarcher. I don't think we need to Vanquish the Weak or anything. Yeah, I think this is a matchup where you really want to be able to curve out to oppose your opponent. It's possible he's playing a slower version of this deck, but a lot of the time, yeah, you gotta be on your toes. Okay, Headstrong Brute is good, considerably worse when you don't have a pirate. The fact that he didn't swing first means I'm definitely happy to block. Oh, Reckless Rage, oh okay, that's the rationale. Okay, well if we'd had Vanquish the Weak we could have got him pretty good, but he may not have gone for that too. Do we want to trade? Don't think so, although I may leave it back this turn, because growing up Alendra it might be more powerful. Let's play her and pass. And we'll plan on using the Skymarcher to block with the Death Spitter. Unless he's got removal. If he does have removal, we took 3 extra free damage, but I don't think that's the end of the world. And the upside here is pretty high if he doesn't. And he might just be able to force my opponent from trading. Okay, fair enough. We do gain... Oh no, we don't gain life because it's a one-sided fight. We get a 1-1 here. We are going to block the Frilled Death Spitter, I think, at this point. Actually, he doesn't act like he's got a combat trick. I might double block the Brute. He has a combat trick, we're in pretty big trouble, but he hasn't acted like he's got one. Well, would he have had one? So he swung into the... He didn't swing into the Desperate Castaways. He used Reckless Rage. Yeah, I don't think he's got one. This could be a blowout if my opponent's next leveled me, but yeah. Trading for the Headstrong Brute there is definitely a little bit better. That Rig Hauler is unfortunate, but at least we got a little bit of value before it went away. Okay, we're on the back foot here. We're still at 15 life though. My opponent is down to 1 card in hand. We're not doing terribly. Our Arterial Flow is pretty bad. I guess I'm just going to play the Revenant. It's most mana efficient. If we find a black source, we'd really like to be able to play Vanquish the Weak and Dusk Legion Zealot in the same turn. I think I am going to block with the Rig Hauler here, if given the opportunity. This is a good carrier for Squire's Devotion. Maybe he's out of removal. I think that's still scary though, because if he has any removal spell, we're just so far behind. I think we're just going to trade. Keep our life total high, play for the long game, try and kind of find a couple more lands. We have nothing that hits, fortunately. That's a good card though. Swamp was nice. So unfortunately Dusk Legion Zealot doesn't block particularly well against the Daredevil, but we'll play our Zealot, draw, and find Dinosaur Hunter. We want to just Vanquish the Weak here. Take 2, we Vanquish the Weak. I guess we should do that main phase if we're going to do that. Alternatively, we could just play Dinosaur Hunter, keep a slightly better card in hand, or slightly better card in hand. On the other hand, next turn we could Squire's Devotion this up, get in there for a couple points, and cast Dinosaur Hunter as well. Might be better to Squire up the Dinosaur Hunter. Okay, I think we're just going to kill the Death Spitter. We're going to do it main phase, so if he does have a combat trick, Pump spell, we don't get him, or we don't get God as much. I think we're still doing okay here. Again, a lot of the time I think this matchup's just all about maintaining the life total. And we haven't taken too much damage. Squire's Devotion I think will be good, despite the fact that he's got a good amount of removal and like a Rig Hauler. Sun-Collared Raptor is fine. Definitely not a bad card, but not an absurd one either. So I'm going to play, I guess Skybladed the Legion with Squire's Devotion is probably even better. We could also Arterial Flow, that's his last card. I think we're going to play Skyblade, Squire's Devotion, pass. I guess that means that if he has 3 mana, he can get in for a pretty big chunk off Sun-Collared Raptor for 4. We can't actually block that. If we play Skyblade and Dinosaur Hunter, we don't have Squire's Devotion, but we can block, double block. Blocks that pretty well. On the other hand, we take 4, then we swing back, I guess only for 2. Yeah, maybe I still like holding off on the Squire's Devotion for a turn. Arterial Flow, at worst comes to worst, is going to be a gain 2 life for us, which is not great for 3 mana, but it's not a complete brick like a Mind Rot would be in this situation. We're definitely not out of the woods here. Something like a Buccaneer's Bravado could wreck us pretty good. Just solid removal. But I don't hate our spot either. Opponent's drawn maybe a couple more lands than he would really like. He can pump up the Sun-Collared Raptor pretty big now, but looks like he's got some main phase removal here, it looks like. Fire Cannon Blast. Okay. So that means we're in the unenviable position of kind of having to trade 2 for 1, or just taking 4. Take 4, play Squire's Devotion. I think we have to get this guy off the table, though. We really need to find a land if we do, or a creature if we do this, though. I think we just have to get the Sun-Collared Raptor off. Because the problem is this turn he represents 4, next turn he represents 7. Alright. Not my favorite. Fire Cannon Blast was a good last card for him to have in hand, but I think this is necessary. Arterial Flow will buy us a little bit of time. If we'd used it last turn, I guess we could have gotten the Fire Cannon Blast, but hard to know what he would have had there. He may well have been sandbagging a land, or he may have just drawn that. But yeah, can't interact, so. Stupid Raptor, getting your free 2 for 1s. Too good. I think that's about the best case scenario for that card, but it was the best case scenario for that card. So I guess we just hold up Divine Verdict. We'll blow up the Daredevil when it swings. And now we're in top deck war. Looks like my opponent may have F6'd. Nope. Gotta wait to your main phase to do that. Nothing great. Okay, Shipwreck Looter. A trade down from the Daredevil, but not a massive one. We do find lands though. Squire's Devotion just, like, find a creature. Squire's Devotion I think can steal the game back pretty easily. I think we are just going to cast Arterial Flow here. We don't get any value, but I'm not sure we're going to get a whole lot of... Well, actually, never mind. This would be really bad, because we don't have Vampire right now. So let's not cast the Arterial Flow. We'll just pass. And hope to find some action before my opponent finds any more. I don't know, I feel like we played this game mostly correctly. Maybe it was a mistake the turn that we played Skyblade the Legion, since we were relying on Dinosaur Hunter to block his Sun-Collared Raptor, but... yeah, and he's finding more action. Okay. Okay, Sanguine Glorifier is good. Yeah, the plan now is to hold for a turn, hope he can't kill us, or kill the Glorifier, and we Squire's Devotion it, and then we're back in not terrible space. Can't swing at the Shipwreck Looter, probably. Yep, we're just not going to trade here. Go down to 4. Ah, man, more action. And I guess Wily Goblin's not great action, though. Scammer's Bloodletter's pretty good. Let's cast our Squire's Devotion. And I think we do just would rather have the Bloodletter. So then we'll cast this, gain a life. I think we are swinging with the Glorifier. We'll take 3, but we're gaining 4. We start putting a pressure on my opponent. And these cards can trade if they need to as well. Yeah, our position's still pretty tenuous, but we're doing a lot better than we were, too. Okay. Sprinter's annoying. So you can take us for 5 this turn. Okay, he's coming in with a lot. Okay. Fine trading our Vampire away. Okay, so here we go down to 4. Pass. Pirate's Cutlass, pretty good. We can put that on the Glorifier and then swing for quite a bit. So that is what we want to do, right? I guess it's always gonna be better in Arterial Flow. That'll get us back up to 11, take my opponent down to 9. We can leave the Blood Marcher back. Is 1 life or 2 life for my opponent more valuable than 1 life for us? He's gonna chump block regardless. He's not going to. So you swing back for 6. We'd stay at 5. I think we do swing with our Blood Marcher. We're obviously still in a lot of trouble if he does have... is it Buccaneer's Bravado? I think so. But if he doesn't, we find like removal spell, we potentially win this turn. Close. Okay. He does have to leave his Wily Goblin back. So that's a good sign for us. That probably means he didn't draw anything. And well, we'll cast Arterial Flow right now, main phase. This is definitely a card we're gonna sideboard out. Yeah, he just had a mountain. Okay, and we'll swing with just this guy. Actually, we'll swing with both, because we want to keep forcing chump blocks. We also want to get in for damage. Ooh. Yeah, the Sanguine Glorifier off the top came right in time. So we go up to 14. I think we got him here. That was close, though. I think that's going to be common for this matchup. All right, we got him. Whew. Opponent maybe technically had 1 more turn there, but I think the writing was on the wall since he couldn't find removal for the Glorifier. I think that, yeah, that interaction's not going to be uncommon for the blue-red, black-white matchup, where black-white's just desperately trying to stabilize. Didn't see anything for Cleansing Ray. Enchantment Keeper's probably fine. He had a bunch of 1 toughness stuff. Yeah, Seven Fleet Border's bad if we're already losing some life. And I don't think Looming Altasaur is actually that fantastic, since most of his threats are going to be evasive. Ooh, does anything else seem bad in the deck? Revenants are not great. We could play Queen's Agent just since the lifelinking threat is such a big deal in the format. Yeah, I kind of like actually one's Queen's. Well, that means we maybe have to go up another land though to play that reliably. That is really good if we hit it, but I think we're just actually gonna keep as is. Enchantment Keeper for our Mind Rot. I wonder if that's true. We maybe should have played the Gleaming Barrier. Ooh, man, this hand's bad. Gonna have to mulligan this one. One kept 6, or kept 7. Ooh. And I guess we're going down to 5. And is as good as we can hope at 5. I think we will, or put that bottom. It's a good card, but we actually do kind of want to hit lands. Okay, Skymarsh Bloodletter. We're praying for no removal. Me and my hand's just got like 6 mutinies. Or my opponent's got just like 6 mutinies. And it's okay. Oof. Okay. Okay, Marauder's good. Alright, we did find a land. Take 2 from the Workite. And what an efficient card. I remember the days when 2-1 would have had to have 2-1 flyer would have had to have had downside. No longer. Alright, we will play our Bloodletter. Even those life totals up. now, if my opponent taps out and we find a 4th land drop, are we playing the Squire's Devotion over the Revenant? Kinda think we are. Okay. So we could have the, is it Reckless Fury? Something like that. But I think we just can't not play Squire's Devotion here. And this is a miserably bad blocker at this point, so we might as well swing. If he has Reckless Rage, I think we lose, but okay. We're not out of it quite yet. Not looking great. We'll take 8 on the swing back, go down to 9. Yeah, we were definitely not at our finest this matchup, or this game, but my opponent had a really good curve out, and we were mulled down to 5 too, so you're not going to win too many games where that happens. Yeah, not going to jump block. Shipwreck Looter, I imagine pitching a land for that extra value. Okay, can't cast the Sanguine Glorifier. I guess we just try and land another Squire's Devotion. He has removal, it's pretty disastrous. Yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. Release of the Wind is not something I would think is very good most of the time, but it does wreck Squire's Devotion right there. Okay, so my opponent's lined up with 10 damage, so we can swing, go down to 2. I think this game is over, though. Even if we have a way to remove the Warkite Marauder. I mean, I guess we'll play it out, but I can't realistically see us getting there. I guess we could have used it to chump block the Shipwreck Looter, because it will still be +1/+1, even though it shrinks, but... yeah, maybe that would have been more correct. Although... yeah, I guess that doesn't work out much better anyway. Okay, well, call it the GG to my opponent, and hope for a slightly better draw. We do have the advantage that we're on the play this next game, which I think is going to be considerably important in this matchup. Maybe we do just want Gleaming Barrier. Just staying alive on the ground. I think we probably should have brought that in. Having cards that keep us alive is going to be important, and then we'll just let Lifelink hopefully take over in the later game. I think we're going to pull out 1 Revenant. That seems even a little bit better than our last. Okay, I would like to play first. This is a keep, not a real great keep, but it is a keep. We have 2 defensive creatures we can play. One of those is Dusk Legion Zealot. Would love being able to play the Enchantment Keeper on one, but it is what it is. Fire Shrine Keeper. Okay. We do find white that doesn't fare particularly well against Enchantment Keeper. Wanted Scoundrels. That's funny. This is like about as low vampire as we could have had, actually. Take 1 from the Keeper. Uncolored Raptor. Do we have a Moment of Craving? I think we're just playing Wanted Scoundrels here. We walk into removal. Pretty bad. Maybe we wait a little bit longer. Desperate Castaways, I guess, does pretty much the same thing that Wanted Scoundrels does. It actually is even a little bit better against the Suncolored Raptor. And then next turn we can maybe play Scoundrels and Moment of Craving. Okay. My opponent needs a little bit of a something to get through here. Looks like he's stuck on blue. Alright, all in. Do we double block the Fire Shrine Keeper? What could he have? Sure Strike wrecks us pretty good. I think that's probably most likely. In which case, maybe we should just block like that. I think that's the only thing I can... or, I don't know. If you just had like removal, that's not great. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna block like so. Yeah, Sure Strike. Yeah, Sure Strike. We do have Moment of Craving for a combat trick. Okay. I'm not really unhappy with that. We take 1 point of damage, but he used up a lot of his turn to do that. Okay, Skybladed Legion, not great. Play our Wanted Scoundrels, and we'll play Moment of Craving, and we'll double block with... or sorry. Yeah, and keep up Moment of Craving, and then we'll double block and be able to Moment of Craving if my opponent does anything too disastrous. Do need to find planes pretty fast. My opponent's probably thinking the same thing about islands. This probably hurts him more than us. I think we're better if the game slows down. I think if both players only have one of their colors, the game's more likely to go slowly. So he's incredibly incentivized to use a combat trick if he's got it here, because killing off the wanted scoundrels for the treasures is huge. But Moment of Craving I think will be good. No blocks. Okay, just happy to trade. I'm fine with that. Land, plains. Okay. I guess there's not much reason to keep it back. I guess he could have like the 2/1 raptor, Nest robber, that's what it's called. But the other haste thing is the I can't remember what that's called either. Oh, that's true. Free equip. Oops. And a deck full of vampires. That's not gonna happen very often. But I missed out on 2 points of damage. Hopefully that doesn't burn us. I have to think my opponent doesn't have removal. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd kill off the scoundrels for the treasure. Alright, well. We're both stuck on lands. Maybe I've got the last threat standing. It's a pretty big threat. Yeah, that was a mistake. Hopefully, it's just not gonna matter in here, but... If we get planes, I think the game's probably just pretty much over. Alright, Scammer's Bloodletter is not bad. It's another card that we can play in a land where no spells are being played. Doesn't keep up Moment of Craving, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. It also means that even if he bans removal for this Bloodletter might just be able to kill him with the Cutlass next turn anyway. Yeah, we got it. Oh, we found something. Magical Firebrand. Ground blocker if I've ever seen one. He still would have to have something that interacts with swapping the Cutlass over. He might have Mutiny. He hasn't had one threat target for it for a little while. He has it, he has to play it. He does have Mutiny. But I think we've still got him because we can Moment of Craving the Firebrand and swing in. We actually won't gain the life because he'll sack it in response, but he needs to chump block, so. Wow. I guess he has another follow-up that he wasn't willing to play before? I guess so. Okay. Oh, Fire Cannon Blast. Okay, that's pretty good. That means we need to find white again. Oh man, that 2 points of damage. That may end up haunting us. Okay. Well, my opponent has access to blue now. One Scoundrels did do good work there, but Fire Cannon Blast was timely. We're playing to Moment of Craving the Stormfleet Sprinter here. Well, this game's been dramatic, if nothing else. All we need is a plains, and I think we're in great shape, but we do have to find a plains. Shipwreck Looter, probably pitching a mountain. Poor guy. An island. Alright. Well, we can cast Vanquish the Weak, so that's better than something we can't cast. I think I am gonna wait this time. He has a combat trick, it does blow us out. He hasn't shown us anything that buffs more than 1 power. Actually, not sure he's shown us anything, period. See, but now we just get to really get him. That's great. Whew. Yeah, dodging the Sea Red is a big deal there. We've done very well for not finding white. I think that, gosh darn it, is usually a death knell for our deck, but we've done very well. Come on. Maybe my phone's just out of action. Hey, looks like it. Hey, and white! Oh, the dream. So the question is, do we wait on the Singing Glorifier? Kinda like it. Although, I guess literally any threat is lethal, right? So maybe we should just play the hardest to kill threat. Yeah, okay. My opponent is at 2, thanks to the actions of our 1 scoundrels, or he's at 3. Could be at 1, but isn't. On the other hand, I guess Skyblade the Legion has the same amount of toughness. Yeah, okay. Fine by me. Has the same amount of toughness there, and actually would have also been lethal, so maybe this wouldn't have mattered much, but now that we have planes, I think we've probably got my opponent on the ropes regardless. This actually may have been better as a flyer. Yeah, I think I outplayed myself there. But on the other hand, he killed a lesser creature probably, so we got him. I'm definitely not blocking. Don't want to play into a combat trick, don't need to play into a combat trick. Oh, okay. So that's pretty good, actually. Okay, fair enough. That's actually, I guess another Deadeye Rigcaller is one of the few things that does get us there. Okay, let's play a Skyblade. I think we're actually going to equip it up immediately. And that gives us two toughness creatures on defense. Our life total is starting to become more of a danger. Then we can equip this guy up. And then we have a pretty robust defense. And a pretty good attacker next turn. I think it was correct not to block the Rigcaller. I think it's more likely he has any combat trick than another Rigcaller. But so I guess if he has a pump spell, it's a little bit worse. We do have Moment of Triumph, so if he doesn't have anything, we get to kill him. If it's combat-based removal, we could still Moment of Triumph in response. Okay, I think we move this over. I could see an argument for swinging with both, but the Skyblade's going to be lethal anyway. I guess the one thing that's worse against is if he has a bounce spell, because then we would have rather get in with a Vampire and trade. But he didn't have anything, it looks like, so whew, won the match. That first game was pretty close, I think. The second game was pretty one-sided, and the third game was pretty weird, where my opponent was mono-red and I was mono-black for a good portion of the game. But One Scoundrels did some serious work, and we were able to find our planes before things got too bad. Cool, 2-0. Happy with that result for sure. I will see you guys for our third and final match.